Everyone's saying today's cannabis is dangerously strong compared to the 1970s, but what if I told you this story isn't quite what it seems? Here's the thing, most studies comparing modern cannabis to vintage samples have a massive flaw. They're comparing today's lab-tested products to decades-old evidence that was often degraded, improperly stored, or came from government seizures of low-quality material. It's like comparing a fresh apple to one that's been sitting in a police evidence locker for 30 years, then concluding apples used to be terrible. The data does show average potency has increased, but not as dramatically as headlines suggest. We've gone from roughly 3–4% THC to about 15–20% in many products. Significant, yes, but hardly the tenfold increase often claimed. Plus, here's what's rarely mentioned. Consumers naturally adjust their consumption. Higher potency often means people use less, just like you'd sip a whiskey differently than a beer. The real story? We've gotten better at cultivation testing and preservation. The dangerously strong narrative often ignores that cannabis users have always sought potent products. They just couldn't measure or guarantee what they were getting before. So whilst potency has increased, the panic might be overblown. What matters more is education, proper dosing, and understanding what you're consuming. So, next time you hear someone say weed is way too strong now, remember, context matters, and the truth is more nuanced than the headlines suggest. If you're new to cannabis, start low, go slow, and always check the potency on the label. Don't be afraid to ask questions at your local dispensary. Stay curious, stay informed, and don't fall for the hype. I'm Matt, busting myths so you can make smarter choices. See you next time.